Morning everyone. It's about 6:30 and another really rough night. It's virtually freezing temperatures now, and yeah, not a lot of sleep. I've been up at least since 4:30. Just cold. Sometimes when you get up in your head and the more you try to sleep, the less you can. That's basically, how it was. But that's me anyway. So very tired, not enough sleep. But I'm going to check in with Max now. And
so with me, I think I had a better night today. I actually got some sleep last night, but my bladder was definitely still being a bit weird. So I was like, maybe just up every like half hour for about 3 hours, just play with my tube for 10 minutes, and then I'd fall back to sleep again straight away. Strangely, I'm coping with the cold at night, like compared to Dave, which I'm shocked at. But the big thing now was, so we're at 3,960 meters, and last night when I got into bed, like all night long, it's like my whole lungs I feel bruised. It's quite painful, but it's like every time I take a deep breath. So I ever do like a shallow breath, and I take a deep breath, it's kind of like I feel like I'm being squeezed around the rib cage, or like it's not like someone punching you each time, but it's like someone's, you've taken a really big hit in rugby to the ribs. That's how it feels. Like I'm just feeling like bruised. I can't work out if that's partly the altitude. Like obviously I'm breathing deeper. I think it could also be being bashed around in a wheelchair for 3 days, being bashed sort of around the rib cage area. So I think gonna have a chat with Kasim today, the lead guide. Have a word with him. Might be a case of taking a few painkillers, suck it up. But in terms of like breathing, I feel okay. Like I'm getting the oxygen in. Although I did have one moment in the night, and this was a bit weird, where it's like I forgot to breathe. So like
we don't want to be doing that.
No, it was really weird. I don't know. I think I was like falling asleep, and I suddenly was like, I realised I wasn't breathing, and then I suddenly like woke up and everything was spinning, and I started breathing deeply, and I was like, oh, I had to have like 5 minutes just like to refill my lungs, fill my oxygen levels, because everything was a little bit spinny, went a little bit black, and so I think it kind of scared me to go back to sleep a little bit for like 10-15 minutes, but I think at this point I was so tired I just went off. But
I mean, my night was all right then.
at least I got some sleep.
Yeah. Oh well, you put it that way. I was just a bit cold, really.
Whereas I was at least warm.
Yeah, I was cold, he was warm, but yeah, we each had our problems. But there we go, all part of it. We're still doing it, Max, aren't we?
Dig on through.
Yeah. Dig deep now. Rest day today, so hopefully get some more sleep. Big challenge tomorrow, where we're going to school hut tomorrow.
Yeah, school hut tomorrow.
It's basically our base camp.
Over 700 metres up, like elevation.
Yeah, 700 metres elevation tomorrow.
5.8 kilometres walk or something.
Yeah, 5.8.
It's gonna be a long day.
Yeah, big day tomorrow, and we're still doing your
So we've got a toilet on the rest day.
toilet today.
Toilet tomorrow.
Toilet tomorrow.
Because otherwise we have to be toilet on summit day, which we don't want to be doing.
No. So that's where the mental training comes in. That's where we're digging deep.
Yeah, day 5 and 6 are going to be the make or break for Dave and I.
Yeah. But we've formed a good foundation, haven't we?
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah.
And you can tell we're like struggling because we had like a nice long emotional chat last night.
Yeah, which is very unlike us. Well, unlike you anyway.
Yeah.
I'm always the soft we get.
But yeah, you can. I don't know what it is about it, but it's like it's tough.
Yeah, it is tough. It's hard, but that's why we're doing it, because it's a challenge. So we're getting it.
I mean, I've had worse places and views to go for a shit, to be honest. But it is a bit chaotic. Do you want to flip it around?
Oh. Here we go.
Well,
hello, everybody.
Hi there, it's shit time.
Best time of the day.
Best time of the trip. Yeah, I got 2 out of 4.
2 out of 4.
Tomorrow's the big one. At least we got warm weather today, so
Yeah, but
like nice.
I like it warm, but not this warm.
Not this one. The shit will stink. Let's be honest.
The shit's gonna stink. We're in a hot tent, tired.
Hot boxing day with my own
Hot
shit.
boxing me. Yeah, there we go.
Let's do a quick show around the tent about like our chaotic nature.
Oh.
We're doing pretty well, to be fair.
Yeah.
Give it a flip again.
Not now. Okay, maybe. All right.
I feel like this is the
Right,
truth
fine.
of the trip.
The truth of it. In reality, when things start,
We start off organised every can.
starts off so organised, but here we are.
But we've still got,
It's organised chaos, isn't it? Really.
We've still got miscellaneous clothes and medical.
Yeah, miscellaneous, clothes, medical. Fine.
Area as well.
Here we go. We're actually fortunate enough to have beds.
Show my mattress.
And then, oh yeah. So we have this fold up, well, blow up mattress that Max is using. What's the brand?
Repose.
Repose.
Yeah, pretty good. I'll show it off a bit.
Highly recommended. There we go. There's our sleeping quarters. So there we go. So how long do you reckon we're gonna?
I'll probably be an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Hour and a half,
shitting.
2 hours shitting.
Lovely.
Yeah, in the sunshine though, hey.
At least
On
afterwards,
Mount
once
Kilimanjaro.
it's done, it's early morning, so at least afterwards it's done, we can go
Then we have
get a cup of
rest of the
tea,
day.
chill,
Cup of tea.
repack our bags quickly, and
Yeah.
be ready for
Chill
the.
out the rest of the day. Who's joining us? Hey, here's Frank.
Hey Frank, you want to
Hey.
join the shit video?
We're documenting it. Frank's been an absolute legend helping us out. We've got the country
Yeah,
music
we got-
on as well.
Yeah, Frank's been a godsend. So is
Yeah.
Serena.
Yeah,
Been really helping us. We just gave them a Snickers bar each. They had their first taste of the Snickers.
yeah,
I think they enjoyed it.
yeah,
Breakfast of champions for us 4.
yeah.
But
So,
I can't stomach like proper food at the moment.
No.
Just chocolate. That seems to be all I can get.
teamwork makes the dream work.
For sure.
Yeah,
for
there
sure.
we go. All right, see you later.
So it's day 4 now. It's a rest day. Spent a couple of hours doing toileting with Dave, who's been an absolute hero so far. And yeah, last night, as I said earlier in the video, it was tough. My lungs felt awful. Rib cage really sore. Feeling a little bit better now I'm up, although I still feel dehydrated. I'm going to try and get some drink in. All I could stomach was like a Snickers bar so far. A lot of the others have gone for like a acclimatisation walk for an hour. Jeannie and Augie are unfortunately feeling the effects. They're worse for wear. They've been a bit ill, not with altitude, but just in general anyway, so that's not great. And yeah, Augie's asleep because he's been looking after Jeannie and vice versa. So yeah, but going well. Be nice to have a rest day. Going to get the battery packs charged up, charge all the cameras, do a few interviews. Yeah, I think mainly just rest because I think we all feel a little bit like shit, frankly.
My job to save food to the climber, and we like this job.
Are you enjoying it so far?
Yeah, we're really enjoying, more than enjoying this adventure with you, Max.
What brings me on the trip, the adventure, and to help you get up on the top of the mountain. The trip so far, rough, hard, it's more than I expected really, yeah. But lots of fun. From my friend Charlie, who knows you, Max, from childhood. He told me about this trip, and I said to him, ask if I can join. The group is very funny, lots of jokes, and you can tell you've known each other for ages. The altitude is my biggest problem here. Yesterday was brutal. I had a headache, couldn't sleep, couldn't eat, nauseous, everything actually. So this is the first day. I slept well and feeling okay, yeah. I'm excited. I want to be on top with you, Max. Yeah.
It's been some of the most amazing times of my life, but also some of the hardest. Sleeping has been really difficult. Like the first 2 days, just no sleep, and then last night, luckily managed to get some sleep, but my lungs were just so sore. Like it feels like someone's punched me in the lungs. Luckily, the altitude, apart from that, seems to be okay at the moment. I did a lot of training, so hopefully that's going to help. But it's just been so good to be with the guys, like the group, the guys and Jeannie. Everyone is just like helping each other get through it. Like we've had some people struggle. Like, yeah, I know that some of us have been unwell and the altitude's been affecting some people, but I feel like people are trying to get together to help each other through, which is nice. It's bouncier than even I could have imagined. Like I've got bruises up my back, like a bit of mark on my hip, but nothing too dangerous. So I'm going to keep going. I want to get to the top now. But yeah, it's been very bouncy. But the porters, incredible. Like lifting me over big rocks, pulling me along. Like just, yeah, amazing the work they're doing. Like really appreciate it. But it's yeah, I don't think like I always knew this was going to be difficult, but it is possibly the most difficult thing I've ever done. I can't wait, but I'm also nervous about the cold. I think the altitude I'll probably cope with, but I don't want to speak too soon, like touch wood, as we say. But I feel like hopefully, if I can stay warm, we should be okay. But the main thing that will make me sad, I really want everyone in the team to get to the top. Like, they all deserve it. They've all done their own training. They've all done so much to get here, and I'm like really grateful for everyone being here because they've made it part of the trip. If I came on my own, it wouldn't have been the same. Like having old friends, new friends. I think it's been a really good mix because like the old friends, it's great to reunite with them, and the new friends I made along the way, it's also just like a really good experience and sharing it with them. And I think hopefully we'll have a connection for life.
And how are you gonna celebrate after the summit?
On the summit, I've got whiskey for everyone, so we're gonna have to have a drink. I thought like, yeah, a couple of my friends died last year, so I want to say a toast to them. But I was also talking to some of the porters today, and they said, at the top of the mountain, you're closer to God. So I'm not very religious, but I will say a quick prayer at the top. Just you gotta do the things that they say. Like while you're there, you got to take that opportunity. So Berghaus and Canterbury have been amazing in sponsoring the trip. Like the equipment they've given us has been really amazing stuff. So, like today, I'm wearing my Berghaus trousers. I've worn these every day so far. They're like waterproof, warm, really comfortable. It's like they were designed for someone in a wheelchair. Like they've got a stretchy waist, a nice pocket that I can just slide things in, and they've been amazing for the trip. And then just like the lightweight gear for like the tops and things to stop the sweating. I know everyone's really appreciated all of the gear, but it's really good stuff. And yeah, I think hopefully, like I think it's going to be even more important as we go to the top. The stuff that Berg has supplied is really warm gear, and it's really going to help us all when we go for the summit. Like I think we couldn't have done this because we couldn't have afforded all the gear that we needed to do this trip without them. And I'm not just saying it because they've sponsored us, but the gear has been really high quality, really good stuff. So yeah, please go out and buy some Berghaus gear and some Canterbury gear because it's all been really amazing.
Yeah, it's been really enjoyable. Tough in bits, but it's been really good. Good fun. So I think tomorrow's going to be the hardest day because it's going to be a bit of a slog, and we've still got the summit to go. But I think summit everyone's a bit excited for because it's sort of the final challenge. So yeah, I think the hardest bits are still to come. Well, Dave invited me on the trip to help you out. But I've always wanted to climb Kilimanjaro, so being able to see it, living in Kenya, be able to see it across the border quite a few times. So I've always fancied it, and then this is the perfect opportunity to do it. I feel all right at the moment. I don't want to tempt fate, but I haven't really had too many issues. And I wonder if it's because I live in Nairobi, which is a bit higher already. But I've been okay so far. A few dizzy spells, but yeah, other than that, I've been okay. I think probably just the banter, I'd say. It's been good fun. The around the dinner table has always been something to look forward to. But then the scenery as well is amazing. It's beautiful.
What about the farts?
Farts has been special and different.
And a lot.
And yeah, excessive, some might say.
Quality, which one's been more impressive?
Quantity has been wildly.
Who's had the best quality?
Quality's been impressive, the quantity's been worrying. To be honest.
Sorry, mate. Talents have an interview here. Thank you.
So what brings you on the trip, Frankie?
Well, obviously, you told me we did Snowdon last year, but before that, you've always said you wanted to do Kilimanjaro, and I've been pestering and badgering you to get on that trip in any way possible. So luckily, the way it worked out, we ended up getting Harry, Charlie along, and my sister. So instead of, I think it was going to be the army, and I would have struggled to sneak my way onto that trip, but yeah, I did manage to get myself on the trip, and I've always wanted to do big mountains, and you going up one seems like a perfect excuse.
How do you feel like, because you were there when I broke my neck, how do you feel like things have changed in 15 years?
Me and Harry were playing a rugby game that day, and that was it's a pretty powerful memory of my childhood, really. When I was in Derriford with your grandparents and you found out you couldn't walk again, and when we were visiting you in a coma. I mean, obviously this feels a million miles away from that, but to be honest, like a year after the accident, you were going to uni, going to UEA, then you're working for the civil service, and doing stand-up comedy gigs. So it feels like anything you decide you're going to do, you tend to do.
How have you felt about the trip so far?
It's been great. It's like a sober lad's holiday, which is very beneficial for my mental health. Yeah, I love it. I love walking. I love. It's been so funny. Yeah, long may it continue. Yeah, I've been missing Anna and Ray so much at home, and I'd just like to say on camera, thank you so much for letting me come out to Kenya. I appreciate it's a busy time in our family, but
Next time, keep him home.
What about the food? How have you been feeling about the food?
well, considering we're on a mountain, the food has been unreal, really. We've actually been fed almost too much, which is really, really rare for someone like me to say, but I'm enjoying it. And we've had pizza. Yeah, we had pizza for dinner last night. We've had chips. We've had every different kind of soup under the sun. We're having hot chocolate, for like pints of hot chocolate. I'm in paradise.
How are you feeling about getting towards the summit?
I'm really excited. I really, everything's gone really smoothly so far. You haven't suffered too much from altitude. The boys that are carrying you are absolute machines. So I'm feeling very confident that everyone's going to get up there. We're going to have some great photos. We're going to wave the Cornish flag, and then we're going to have some nice celebrations.
How are you guys feeling about the trip so far?
It's been lots of fun. Loads of fun. I've thoroughly enjoyed it. The only part I didn't like was a slight dose of altitude sickness yesterday and today. But other than that, it's been wonderful. Spend time with friends and have a laugh and catch up after a few years apart, actually.
Yeah, it's been pretty wild. Like the last time I was hiking or like in an environment anywhere like this with Maxie, it was like Duke of Edinburgh's award. We were like 13, 14, 15, Max on his own two legs. And it's hard to imagine that now we'd be doing something so much more epic. And yeah, in the middle of Africa, with just relying so heavily on these local tribes guys, these Chaga dudes who have just been like mind-blowingly epic, make us all feel like fat bastards. And yeah, it does feel like we're bitching out a bit by not carrying him himself, but honestly, we wouldn't have made it past the foothills if we had, so yeah.
How do you both feel about like, okay, I feel like we've been on a journey together for 15 years as mates. How do you feel about like where we've come from, all of that?
Like I'm sure Frank and Harry can both attest to, like I can remember vividly the day you had your accident. It was awful and really shocking, and the times visiting you in hospital were like, so strange to think of now, like, because especially the first time you were quite in and out of consciousness, and you were quite down on the whole situation, but from like the moment you stepped out of that hospital, you made it your life's mission to achieve everything you set your mind to. And over these last 15 years, you've been sort of an inspiration to me, and someone who I use as an example of, like, you, no matter what happens in life, you can achieve things, and so long as you set your mind to it.
That's a hard act to follow. Yeah. Yeah, I remember being on the pitch and being good friends with you and stuff. I'll be honest, I thought you were faking. Like, I didn't have a clue of the gravity of the situation in that moment. I thought, okay, Max is going to go to hospital and everything will be fine again. And then, yeah, it was only really visiting you while you're in the coma that it was like, shit, your life is ruined. But in so many ways, actually, like, I think that the kick up the ass that has given you to just be inspiration to like disabled people all over the world and vertically challenge people. Yeah, I think you have done more than any of us could have possibly dreamed of, even when you're on your two legs. Like, yeah, you're amazing, buddy.
How do you think about the summit push?
I'm shitting my pants, Max. This dose of altitude sickness, I'm not sure I'm going to make it, but I'm going to push. I'm going to push for you, but I'm not going to push you. Fuck that. It's too much work, mate. Maybe on the way down. But yeah, I'm worried about it, but I think as long as we go slow, hopefully we'll make it. Harry and Frankie are like fucking gazelles up there, though, and Mark. Very jealous of them.
We're always like gazelles, Charlie.
Always
Not
like
just on the tundra. The thing that I'm most terrified about in life in general, but particularly with this, is actually the cold. I hate the cold. That's why I've moved to the tropics. And yeah, the idea of going to -15 is like my worst nightmare. But getting up there with all you guys, hopefully having amazing views, and then pushing Maxi back down this mountain, see if we can get a world record down the mountain. It's all going to be worth it. The Berghaus gear has been absolutely amazing. Yeah. I have 90% of what I've worn the entire time has been Berghaus, and I think we've all been shocked about just how good it is. Super comfortable, and yeah, super generous of them to kit us out so that even when we've always got more Berghaus layers to ram on.
And super lightweight.
Super lightweight, yeah. And dare I say, quite fashionable as well.
I didn't wear my boots in, so I only got my boots the day of the climb, and I was a little bit worried about that, to be honest, but they literally are so comfy, super lightweight. I've had no rubbing or anything whatsoever. I cannot say enough good things about these boots. They're fantastic.
So Kassim, tell us how you became so sexy.
I don't know. I was born this way. You only think I'm sexy because of your brain is deprived of oxygen. You don't have enough oxygen now. So you're not functioning properly. You're going to think I'm ugly once you go back to Arusha. You're going to go, is this the same dude? No, man.
So how many times have you been up?
So I've been up, I only count the summit, and I've done 137 summits so far. And in 48 hours, it's going to be 138.
And is the 138 the best group you've been with?
I'm supposed to say that, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so yeah. This is the best group I've ever been with.
Yeah.
You know, having Frankie Kiboko around and Harry makes things slightly a bit difficult, but I'm enjoying every minute of it.
How are we all coping, do you think? Like, we're doing okay?
Yeah, for the most part. You're doing great. Okay is an understatement. I think you're doing great.
And what are you thinking of your team? Are you happy with your team?
Yes, everyone is doing a great job. Not everyone is performing 10 out of 10, but most of them are doing such a great job. I'm grateful.
Yeah. And do you think we'll all get to the top?
I think so, yeah.
So what was up with getting lost the other day, Kassim?
It's because I'm stupid, I'm old.
You walked into a bush, right?
Why'd you happen?
No, who told you that?
Why'd
There
you
were
happen?
witnesses.
Huh?
Why'd you happen?
What?
What actually happened? Did you get lost?
No, that's what they think, but we didn't get lost. No, they thought I got lost, but I didn't. They got lost.
He was just trying to lose David.
Yeah, I was trying to lose him. Remember I told you on day one, I'm trying to get rid of him. And I thought about killing him, but I'm like, no, I don't want to go to jail. So, you know, there's many ways I can get rid of him. That was one of them.
Kassim, what do you think about like the hikes up the mountain when you're taking somebody who's in a wheelchair?
challenging, but very rewarding, especially if they have the right mindset. You know, so having someone like Max, you don't want to have someone like him and then bitching about everything, right? But I think Max is, yeah, just like Charlie, the weak link, you know. But I think, yeah, challenging physically, but when you have the right mental, you know, attitude, I think it's very important to have, to be in the right, you know, mental frame. And I think Max is maybe pretending, but he's there.